Well, hello everyone. I haven't been around for a while because I've been busy. This is my Scenic Ridge layout. You may recall that I modified the track plan some by adding passing sidings there, one in front that was part of the original plan, and I took out a good part of the ridge so that I could add a passing track in the back and get rid of a very long tunnel. And I haven't used this too much lately, but the trains are still running pretty good. And now let's take a look at the reason I haven't been running it much lately. And that would be my new train room on the other side of the living room, because it's the only real space I have without moving a lot of things. And I did have a train running over here. Let's see what happened to it. Oh, I gotta fix this switch. Come on, there you go. That's a problem switch. All right. Well, anyway, back to the work in progress. After a few weeks of running Scenic Ridge, I became a little frustrated with some of its limitations, and I had the idea of taking the same basic Scenic Ridge track plan in 3x6, using almost exclusively sectional track, except for some flex track on the straights, and eliminating the long tunnels. So I was able to put this small yard in front, and here's our same Scenic Ridge run, and we'll pick up the train here as it goes around. And it's not going very well. Let's take my walk around controller and see if we can give it a little bit more speed, especially as it climbs the grade. Another problem I found with Scenic Ridge was that some of my engines simply would not take the 4% grades that come with the Scenic Ridge kit. So on my redo, I have 2% grades rather than 4%. Other than that, it's the same basic over and under folded dog bone track plan. And I didn't do much work with this layout for a long time because I had it in a back room. And I kept the door closed to keep my cats out. And what have we got here? Track may need some cleaning. I see the train stalled, but there it goes again. Anyway, with the door closed, I tended to forget about working on the layout. And that's when I had the bright idea of bringing it to the living room. I actually put it here, right next to a great big window, but the afternoon sun was not very kind to what was going on. All right, where's our train stalled? Gee, it's never stalled on that switch before. And of course, I have Atlas switches with their plastic frogs and their supposedly ugly switch machines. Let's see if it gets through this stretch of track. Yes, it does. Okay, good enough. I had very good luck with Atlas turnouts in the layouts that I built 30 years ago. Much less so with Atlas's made in China turnouts these days. Anyway, that was my reconfiguring of the basic Scenic Ridge 3x6 track plan with 2% grades instead of 4. As I said, I had it by this window, but the afternoon sun shone in pretty bright, so I bought myself a foam sheet and covered up the main part of the window. And then I expanded from Scenic Ridge 2. It occurred to me I could add some track. Well, we got a switch problem again. What's going on here? All right, this thing's supposed to run continuously while I'm working on this, and it is not doing that. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. All right, well, let me finish my talk here. I decided to expand my Scenic Ridge 2 track plan by adding another 3x6. And here's a connection track here. Now this can be removed so that I can move the tables around, and I'm going to have to do that because switches in the back need some replacing. And here we connect it back up. And eventually this is going to have 3 levels. A big yard there you see in front, and the main level. The second level will be completely isolated so that I can run separate trains on it with a separate DCC control. And then there will be a 4%, which we'll try out and see if any of my engines will take it. The 4% will run from here, around the back, up to the top, and there'll be a mine on top of the third level. So third level mine branch, second level continuous electrically isolated run for trains, and the bottom. All right, now let's see if we can get this train running again. It was doing fine until I got the video out. First thing is we'll turn it down with the controller here so that it's on 0. Now, oops, that was my hand. Now let's see if we can move this a little bit and get it going again. We seem to have an electrical bug. That's surprising. Lots of work to do on this. So anyway, this is my train room. Now taking up half the living room. And there's Scenic Ridge. And before we finish up here, I live in West Central Florida, not too far from Tampa, a little bit farther from Orlando. And if you know of anyone who would like to buy a ready-made layout, complete with DCC control, in the pretty much the exact Scenic Ridge track plan with my passing sidings added. Structures are not included. They'll be moved to the new layout. And trains are not included, but this is a pretty good layout. As you can see on my my new work in progress, the train's not running. This one, the train's been running pretty much continuously. So the track is good. The electrical contact is good. The layout's good, except for the 4% grades. And so if you're interested in a ready-made 3-foot by 6-foot N-scale layout, complete with digital command control system, let me know in the comments. Boy, this got long. You even got a view of my hand. But that will do it for now. Scenic Ridge 1, new train room, Scenic Ridge 2, Scenic Ridge 2 as expanded. And now I'm going to see if I can figure out what the electrical problem on this thing is. So, thanks for watching.